Hey everybody, Daniel Franklin here, SouthernCharmHolsters.com, and today I'm doing a little owl bracelet that I had sold, and I was going to show you how I do my bracelets. If you have like a 7.5 inch wrist and you want to figure out where to put your holes, you need to take in consideration the width of your leather. Measure the width of your leather, double that, and add it to your measurements for how wide you want it, and then you make your holes. Now I cut this on the laser because I have one. I could have done it by hand and used a hole punch. I did that for years, but it's nice to be able to work things out and just have my pieces done for me. And you see the laser does blacken the edges a little bit, but that's not going to matter because I'm going to go around these. Let's use it number 5 if I can find it. Right here we go. I'm going to bevel these edges, and then I will end up burnishing these edges when I'm done. I'll start out by beveling our edges. If you start working leather, you'll start collecting stamps and stuff. I've been doing this. I started in 2012 when Wendy bought me this little 22 LR gun NAA that I couldn't find a holster for, and I decided that I would try my hand at making my own holster for it because I really wanted just a small little pocket holster for it. And I started working leather, and that turned into what I do all the time. I've done about 40,000 holsters at this point. That sounds like a lot, but if you do the math, it comes out to about 7 or 8 a day. And if you do something all the time, things add up. But it's nice to do something that's not a holster now and then. I like making bracelets. I'll show you real quick. I've got all kinds of stamps. Show you my stamp collection here real fast. If there's something you like a bracelet of, if you wanted a butterfly or a dinosaur, a deer, motorcycle, truck, semi-truck, I've got quite a few. And now that I've got the laser, I also make a lot of my own press tools, so I can do just about any image. If you had a logo or something you wanted on one. Now, when you work leather, you've got to case your leather. Don't use a metal bowl. This happens to be one that I 3D printed and made just playing around. Of course, any like plastic bowl would be better, or ceramic, but don't use metal because if you get iron in your water, it will turn your leather. It has a natural reaction to it. We're just going to lightly case this, and then we're going to start out by stamping our owl. And if you use a sponge, you don't just get your leather sopping wet. Like some people, I don't know why they do it, but they just want to soak their leather. I don't do that. I use a sponge. I put just a little moisture on it. And right now we're going to find our midpoint. Easiest way to do that is simply fold it, eyeball it, put this happy little owl right here in the middle. And if you stamp, get you one of these for your stamps instead of just the pole, because if you use just the round one that goes in, a lot of these you will deform hitting it. But this puts pressure around every corner, and when you stamp, you want to start out, strike it, then lean it just a little bit one way, then lean it the other way, then lean it to the top, lean it to the bottom. Hit it several times, and you hold that put. Don't let it bounce around. If it bounces, you're going to get a double impression. You won't be happy. But you just lean it around there. Get a nice, good impression. Make it happy. And there's our owl. And we'll put him back in here where he lives. And then we're going to grab one of these little camouflage tools. I'll move my coffee to the side here where I ain't making it bounce. I use my finger, the bottom, that's the edge of my work. I know right where that tool's at. Let's tool around this. When you're doing a large project, sometimes you may want to tape the back of your leather. If you look at this, you'll see how I've tooled it. It's kind of curved up a little bit. It's going to curve back the other way as I go around here and level back out. But if you'll take masking tape and you will tape the back of your leather, if you're doing a large piece and you don't want it to grow on you, it will keep your leather the same size. Actually, if you're tooling out a holster, especially if you're using like a basket weave stamp, you basket weave something, it will grow unless you've got the back taped. On these, I usually do a border like this. And then I'm coming back with this camouflage tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here on one side and go that direction. And I like to roll these. You start with the pointy end, roll it, give it about 3 taps, get a good impression. I've done so many of these, I kind of know how I want to space it out, and I do a lot of things just by look. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid you'll make a mistake. Anything in life, if you just start, that's the first part. Start it. Read about it a little bit, but working hands-on, do a lot more. Now we're going to go out here to the dye station, and we're going to put some color on this. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 different colors, I think, to make it pop. We'll start out with a saddle tan, and then we'll probably do some mahogany and dark brown, end with edges around black with our air guns, and see how that does. Now here I've got some holster parts I'm working on. I'm always doing more than one thing at a time. Set these to the side, turn our fan on, kind of blow the fumes away. Now, if I'm not filming, I've usually got a respirator on out here. If I am filming, I've always got a fan to my back, and because you do not want to breathe in this stuff, and if it gets too bad, I will hold my breath and step back toward the fan. But if you're working with leather dye, make sure you're not inhaling it, because you only get one set of lungs and you don't mess those up. All right. This is saddle tan. We'll start with saddle tan. We'll do the back saddle tan. All right. This is mahogany. Do a couple of sprays away from it. Be real light on the trigger here. Do a little mahogany on these sides, like that. Then I'm going to do a dark brown. Then I'm going to do a black. I'm just going to bring that in toward, I'm just wanting the real edge of it. Alright, we got a few different colors in there. Now we'll take this in and we'll put some highlighter on it, and we'll set the snaps. Get rid of these gloves real quick. Hey, 80 girl. There's Mrs. 80. She's my shop dog. She makes sure I take breaks now and then. We've got the little owl bracelet looking here. Now we're gonna, I should have just kept those gloves on because I'm gonna turn around and put another pair on so I don't get this highlighter all over my hands. Yeah, the shop's a working shop. I wish I was a neat and tidy person and had everything just in its place all the time, but I'm always doing something, working on something. I've got these holsters here to work on later. I've got these that need Big 4 that go to this little high standard. But I'll build a little stock up on those because I tend to sell a few of them now and then, so I try to keep 3 or 4 built ahead. But right here is, this is Phoebing's highlighter. It's this stuff right here. I keep it, some in this, and I just keep a piece of sponge in there. We'll rub some over here. And we're gonna let that just set for just a few little minutes. And while that's setting, we'll take these gloves off. And we'll put some Big 4 on these little holsters. This is Big 4 leather conditioner. I buy it by the gallons and fill these back up. That's why they look so rough, is I've been using the same bottle for years. This is like high-end lotion. It's not going to hurt my hands getting it on there. Probably keeps them conditioned pretty good. But I like to put the little gun in. Take a microfiber cloth here and buff on them a little bit while I'm waiting on that highlighter to soak in and dry. There's Mr. Milo. He's the other shop dog. Hey, buddy. You can go outside. Go on. They have a doggy door where they come in and go out as they please. I've got the back fenced in. I call that Poodle Park back there. So they have a safe place. You see the difference between after it's been conditioned and buffed a little bit. Gives it a little shine, darkens it up just a hair. Add some more conditioner to this one. And I'll put these up, and before they go out, like if they set up there a few months before they sell, or they usually don't set for months, they usually set a week or so and then they're gone. But if they happen to sit up there for a few months, when I take them out, the gun will go back in them. I'll put a little bit more conditioner on them, buff them, shine them up one more time. If you ever get one of my holsters and it starts getting dull on you, you can just grab a cotton cloth and rub on it. Just like a pair of shoes, you can buff it and they'll shine right back up. And if you store something for a year or two, your leather ever starts feeling like it's getting dried out or something, get you some Big 4 and just put a little bit on there. It's not super expensive, and if you're not using it every day like I do, a bottle would go a long way. Now I go through this stuff because I condition everything I make with it. If Phoebing's wants to sponsor me, they can. Then I'd be happy to have some free Big 4 dye. The leather dye has got quite expensive. I only use the Pro dye, and it's well over $100 a gallon now. But it's the good stuff. Got to use the good stuff. Okay, and that is a mahogany color, by the way. Those are ready to go up on the shelf. Now let's add a little on top of this, buff this out, and see what we're going to end up with color wise. condition the back side of it. All right, now we've got to set our snaps. We'll set the this one on the right side. This is the female snap part. If you do a lot of snaps, get yourself a press, some dies. I have magnets set on mine to keep my dies stored. Take these off, give it a couple turns. This one, sometimes you have to push it up from the bottom. It gets in there a little tight. Now we'll set the stud. Those pop up in there, it holds it in place. You sit there. If you ever set snaps by hand, you'll know that you'll mess up a lot of snaps. If you're not careful, it's real easy to mess them up. Buy yourself a press. It'll save you a lot of frustration. And eventually, if you do enough, it'll pay for itself in the snaps you save. But that's our little owl bracelet. Let me know what y'all think. Come see me. And this one's not going to probably fit me because it's for 7.5. My wrist is a little bigger than that, but just give you an idea. I think she'll be happy with that. That one's going out today. Y'all have a wonderful day. Come see me, Daniel Franklin, SouthernCharmHolsters.com. Thank you for watching. Bye.